Hey, welcome to the cabin, folks. Um, it's Saturday, towards the end of July. I think, not sure what the date is. I'll put it right here. Maybe put it right there. Um, so I pulled these rocks out of the creek last week because we're replacing these things here around the fire pit with creek rock. My wife wanted to do that, make it look more natural. We moved the outhouse. Hawk. Yuck. Oh, wonder how long that's been there. God, look at them talons. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bury that before it starts stinking. Anyway, that's where the outhouse was, and it was full. Fuller than it's ever been, and that's because the year I dug that hole, which I believe was last year, just the beginning of last year, I couldn't go deep because I kept hitting water. Which is funny because this time I was able to go pretty deep, a good 4 feet at least. And so I'm gonna have to replace the. This thing's falling apart, but I'm gonna replace the wire down here that got all messed up during the move to keep the critters out. You can see the ceiling's falling apart, rotting, so I'll throw some plastic up over that, keep the rain out. Should have done that last year, never even thought of it. Deb thought of it. I still got a pile of dirt under the wagon here that I gotta kind of pack around, keep the critters out. But that went well because it didn't fall apart, which I was afraid of. So the new one is gonna go over here. While I'm over here, I could show you how the pumpkins and gourds are doing. They're just going crazy like they always do. There was a rabbit inside the fence. Freaked Debbie out. It took her a while to chase it out, but it was where this fence is loose. See how loose it is? It was just going right up underneath it right there. Hard to see. But anyway, we'll stake it down with some staple stakes. Prevent it from getting under there again. Anyway, we got to expand it out. You can see how it's getting crazy. It's going to overtake this bush and go beyond it, I'm sure. Yeah. So we have a little bit of rolled up here that we can unroll and make it bigger, bring the stakes out some. I want to show you the pretty bushes in front of the camper. I guess Deb said it's not going to last long, so may as well get a look at them while you can. They bloomed this year. Yeah, looks really nice. The step broke. The bottom step broke on the camper. We'll be building that floating deck soon, hopefully. So I'll have different steps anyways, but for now I'm going to patch it up. You can see it broke. We put these big wooden things here in the first place because the dogs were too afraid to go up these steps when they could still go up the steps. And they actually make it a lot safer, so I'm gonna replace it. I don't have, those things are like 11 inches wide. I don't have another one like that. I only have one that's 9 inches wide. So instead of going back so far under the step, it just won't go back as far underneath, but it'll stick out as much, so it'll be safe again. Anyway, yeah, them bushes are really pretty. Really pretty. Look how tall this maple got just in one year. And I'm gonna stand next to it, so I am here. Yeah, pretty tall. So Dan had friends down last week, and I asked him to remove those landscaping blocks around the fire pit, cut the areas in between them flush with each other, and then lay brick down in, and he did a really nice job. So not perfectly round, but who cares? Looks really good. So now those creek rocks will sit on top of the brick. So it'll kind of hide the brick, but it'll keep the ground from eroding in. And that was the idea for the brick, just to keep the ground from eroding in while those rocks sit on top. And that'll look really nice when it's done. Kind of look like these, you know. I think that's all. Kid said there's definitely a mouse in the cabin, so I gotta lay down more poison. I didn't think they went in there in the summertime. Alright, well, I gotta put some socks and shoes on so I can get my work boots on and dig a hole. Bury that hawk. That thing's crazy. You can see all the wood here for the deck. On top of my barrels that I haven't buried yet. That's another project. My auger I used to dig the hole. It worked great, and then it died like somebody hit the kill switch, and I'm pretty sure there's an issue with that kill switch. I don't think it's the right kill switch for the part anyway. When I bought it, I made sure the guy fired it up, and it fired up just fine, but it wouldn't turn off when you hit the kill switch. It just it just ran. So while it was running, the guy went back into his little shop in the back and got all kinds of different switches and kept coming back and swapping it out while it was running. And he couldn't get it to stop. Well, he finally found a switch that worked, but I don't think it's the right switch, and I think it's cutting it out. So that kind of sucks, because so what I'm gonna do is I gotta get the serial number and all that off of there, and I'm gonna order the exact right switch. This is the switch he put on right there, and I mean it feels really loose, so I think as it's running and rattling, it just kills it. Alright guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. Deb's working in the garden. We're going to pull the garlic today, maybe some potatoes. So I got the table set up in the pavilion over here, and we'll be laying out garlic, and I'll take another video later and show you that in the garden. And till then, I'll check you later. Okay. Alright. So, in case some of you are unaware, digging sucks. Therefore, Tooey's getting a shallow grave. Maybe some of you guys will get that joke. It's about 2 feet deep. That's all the further I'm going. Alright, time to put him in the hole. Hopefully there's not too many worms. Okay. Rest in peace, Tooey. Time to fill it back up. Yeah. Whew. Did I mention that I haven't mentioned digging sucks? Alright. Rest in peace, Tooey. I'm done. Whew.